Brenna Sullivan. I'm an assistant athletic trainer at AIC, and I work with football, men's golf, baseball, acro, and field hockey.
How did you first get into athletic training as a career path?
So I think I knew very early on that I wanted to do athletic training. My brothers and I, we went all to the same high school, and we're all evenly spaced 4 years apart. So I met the athletic trainer at that high school when I was probably 8 or 9 because my oldest brother went there, and being the youngest, I was dragged to all of their baseball, basketball games, whatever they did. And so instead of watching some of their games, I would watch her more. And then once I got there, I played softball all 4 years, so I was in there every single day, regardless of whether it was in season or out of season. And so kind of watching that athletic trainer and how close I was with her and her relationships with my brothers and all the other athletes, I think she kind of convinced me to be an athletic trainer, and she thought I would be good at it. And look at where we are now. So.
Do you still play? What position did you play when you were playing?
I was a pitcher mostly. I played first and third a little bit, but it was a lot of pitching in high school. So like there was 1 week span where we had 11 games in 7 days, and I pitched every single game. So you best believe I was in that AT room with my athletic trainer doing whatever she could do to kind of get me to that next game and through those next 7 innings.
One of the experiences that took you out of the Northeast was some time at Stetson. And given that you've spent most of your life, most of your career up here, what was that experience down in Florida like for you?
It was very different, especially I did beach volleyball, and I didn't know that that was an NCAA college sport until I got down there. And so kind of working with that high level D1 athlete, and a lot of them were international, it was such a big change of the things that they needed and the demand hours-wise and kind of like that mental, physical capacity demand of what you need to give them. It was a lot, but I think it really prepared me for my first job because my preceptor, she was the one that was kind of overseeing me, teaching me a lot. She kind of let me do whatever I felt comfortable doing, and she pushed me to work independently as a certified athletic trainer, but still being a student. So she kind of let me handle treatment and rehabs and make some practice gameplay decisions for the girls without it having to all fall on me. So she was still kind of there to help, but let me make a lot of those decisions that help me now with especially like football, baseball, making those big decisions for who can and cannot play.
You also interned here at AIC with the football team. What about that experience? Well, first of all, like, what did you learn the most from that particular experience? And then maybe what about it when this full-time position opened at AIC made you say, you know, I want to go back to AIC?
I think the biggest thing I learned was head is on a swivel. Like you never know what's happening. Like you'll be on one end of the field and something could be happening on the other end, and you kind of, if no one else notices and you're the first one, like you're sprinting across that field and you have to make that quick decision of what you need to be doing. So probably just those quick decisions and kind of keeping an eye out for everyone. And then I think once I saw the position open, I knew I wanted to stay in Massachusetts. I had thought I wanted to go down to Florida or somewhere down south, but I kind of figured out I wanted to stay in Massachusetts. And I was between here and another school. And I kind of thought about it, and I was like, well, I know AIC, and I loved my time here, and I loved the football team and the guys. And I think what really brought me back was knowing how appreciative the athletes are of the athletic training staff. And I think I've seen that a lot only being here for a semester and a half. Once they get to know you and open up and kind of see who you are as a person, and they know that I know them as a person, they really appreciate everything that you do for them. And I think I saw that during that internship of back then we didn't have a lot here. It was a very different sports medicine department, and even back then they were so appreciative of everything that we gave them and all the time and commitment that we gave.
What is it like working for an AD who absolutely gets it because he's been there, done that?
It's so much easier, especially if we have an issue in the AT room, or if there's ever an issue with a coach or an athlete, we know that if we go to him or if we need to bring something up, with a budget or with sport assignments, anything like that, we know that if we bring it up, he has our back 100% and he supports us. And it's not like we're bringing this to him and he has no clue what we're talking about. He gets it. We don't have to worry about having to explain all the little niches and nooks and crannies of it. He gets it, and it makes it a lot easier when you can just bring it forward, lay out the groundwork, and then talk about it.
What's something people don't know about athletic training that you wish that they did or want to tell them? I'm sure there's a lot.
I would say, I feel like the main thing is that they see, oh, you tape and you make an ice bag and you give them water. I think a big thing that I get is, oh, so you're a water girl. And I think that's probably the most frustrating thing, because it's more than just, oh, I'm making you an ice bag or I'm giving you a water bottle. I don't think I can count the amount of times that I've had a mental health chat with an athlete or had to calm them down from an injury on the field or in the athletic training room. Like, we do a lot more than just the physical stuff of the taping and the ice and evaluate an injury. We're there for their biggest ups and downs in athletics, academics, life situations, life events. So we're not just there for them as an athlete, we're there for them as a person too.
What's your favorite part of the job?
I mean, I grew up with sports and I love sports, so probably being able to watch sports for free, like getting to go and like watch them, and like especially when you have that relationship with them. But I would also say helping an athlete get back to the game that they love and being able to rehab them and see them maybe at the lowest point in their athletic career and then get them back and now playing to maybe some of the highest level that they'll play.
Do you have a specific favorite moment so far from your time at AIC?
Ooh. I think I would say probably going down to Flagler College with baseball. The trip itself was a lot, and things did not go very well in many different aspects of the trip. It was a very tiring, overwhelming, mentally and physically taxing trip, but I think I learned a lot as an athletic trainer and a lot about myself as a person, and also a lot more about the team. I think I saw a lot more of how they interact in their dynamic and how I can help them in a game situation, even if it's not the physical part, whether it's like the mental part, bringing them back up when they're down.
What advice would you give someone who's thinking about getting into athletic training as a career?
Put yourself out there. I think that's like the biggest thing that everyone says, but athletic training is a very small world, and you don't realize it until you're doing it, but everyone knows each other. So I think just really putting yourself out there and networking and getting to know people, just saying hi, shaking a hand, and if you do end up starting and you do a clinical or observation hours, do whatever you can. Like, no task is small. Even filling water bottles and putting stuff outside for practice is a big task for, like, they need water for practice. So anything that you can do to help do that when you're in that space, in that athletic training world.